They got married in Tennessee, where there is no time limit for a spouse to become.
Travis Hunter just got hit with the ultimate betrayal. And not from an enemy, but from the woman he called his wife. Word on the street is that Travis caught Leanna Lenny, the woman he married barely 2 months ago, creeping with one of his own teammates from the Jaguars. Yeah, it doesn't get messier than that. Now everything's making sense. Like, why was everybody around him trying to warn him about Leanna? His friends, mentors, even family weren't ever sold on her. And now it's all coming to light. But wait, it gets worse. Insiders say Leanna's the one filing for divorce. Yup, she's making the move just weeks after the wedding. And here's the kicker. Travis didn't sign a prenup. That's got people scratching their heads like, who's been playing who here? Was Travis just blind to Leanna's true motives from the jump? Did she play the long game for a payday? That's what fans are saying now. Travis spent years standing up for Leanna, battling trolls, shutting down rumors, going to war for her online. He really believed in her. But turns out, all those haters he was defending her from might have been right the whole time. So how did the truth finally come out? Reports say Travis got a rude awakening. Literally. He woke up to find photos of Leanna in bed with another dude sitting in his Instagram DMs. Can you imagine? The man opened his phone and got hit with that. And apparently that dude in the pics, someone Travis knew, a teammate. That's straight up foul. When he confronted her, things exploded. It went from calm to chaos real quick. Yelling, crying, throwing accusations like punches. What should have been their honeymoon phase turned into a total breakdown. Travis ended up packing a bag and leaving the house for a hotel, needing space to figure out what just happened to his whole life. Even though he clearly didn't want to go public with the drama, his pain couldn't stay hidden for long. He reposted a now-deleted IG story that simply said, "Life really ain't all it's cracked up to be." Just one line. But that was all it took. The internet ran wild with it, and soon the whispers turned to full-on headlines. Travis Hunter and Leanna Lenny are heading for divorce. But here's the wildest part. Fans weren't shocked. They weren't even sympathetic. The reaction? We told you so. And honestly, they kinda did. Folks had been predicting this breakup before they even said I do. Comments like, as soon as Travis signs a max NFL deal, she's gonna bounce and she's gonna take everything in the divorce, were all over his posts. So now the big question is, what made everyone so sure this was coming? Why were so many people so confident that Leanna wasn't in it for love? Was it something she said? Something she did? Or was the writing always on the wall and Travis just refused to see it? Well, let's get into it, because it's deeper than just a scandal. The red flags were waving at full speed from the jump, and folks are now saying the signs were right there at the wedding. A clip from Travis and Leanna's reception just resurfaced, and it's making people cringe. In the video, Travis leans in for a kiss, looking all in love. And Leanna literally pulls away like she couldn't stand the sight of him. And get this, that happened right after Travis surprised her with a decked-out luxury car, white balloons and everything. The man went all out to make his bride feel special, and she just stood there like she couldn't care less. No smile, no excitement, just straight-up bored. That's when fans started whispering that something felt off. And maybe, just maybe, Leanna was never truly in it for the love. But then, things really started spiraling. Old photos and videos started popping up online, showing a whole different side of Leanna. And none of it looked good. First, a video dropped where a sneaky link screen recorded his old convo with Leanna. This chat went all the way back to 2020, while she was already with Travis. Remember, they started dating in 2019. The messages weren't super explicit, but there was one line that had everybody talking. Leanna told the guy, "Let me wife you." It sounded like playful flirting at first, but with everything else coming out now, fans are seeing that text in a whole new light. And just when people thought it couldn't get worse, boom, another video surfaces. This one, straight up wild. It showed Leanna twerking on some random dude at a party, and he was grabbing her in ways that had people shook. After the video blew up, the guy from the clip, whose name still hasn't been confirmed, started selling merch with screenshots from the video on it, like, what? Travis turned into a walking punchline overnight. The humiliation hit hard. So hard that Travis even shut down his Instagram just to escape the mess. And the worst part? That party video was from 3 years ago, back when she and Travis were already together. So yeah, that betrayal runs deep. But hold up, it doesn't stop there. Yet another video started making waves, this time showing Leanna playing the love interest in a rap music video. Now that alone isn't a big deal, until you hear the lyrics. The song was full-blown explicit, like not even subtle, and it seemed like the lyrics were aimed directly at Leanna. Guess who the rapper was? A dude named Naughty Slim, spelled with a $sign. Sounds familiar? Well, fans didn't miss the connection. Leanna's got a $sign tattoo on her finger, and folks are now saying she got it after messing with this rapper. The puzzle pieces are coming together, and none of it looks good for Leanna. With all this mess flying around, the internet turned into a full-blown detective agency. People started digging deep, pulling up anything they could find from Leanna's past to make sense of her actions, and what they found sent shockwaves. One Reddit user claimed they found an OnlyFans account with Leanna's name and photo on it. The account didn't have any posts yet, but just the existence of it had people raising eyebrows. Then another clip started going viral, supposedly showing Leanna in bed with a man who's clearly not Travis. In the same video, she's cooking and cleaning for him like she's playing house. Yeah, it's getting harder and harder to defend her now, and fans are starting to wonder, did Travis ever really know who he married? What's wild is that all this shady behavior from Leanna supposedly went down while she was still with Travis. And when folks first tried warning him, Travis wasn't trying to hear none of it. People were sliding into his comments, DMing him, even tagging him, trying to let him know his girl might be sneaking around behind his back. But instead of listening, he hopped on IG Live and went off. He was defending her like his life depended on it, saying she had the right to live her life, telling people to stay out of their business. But then he said something that made fans go, oh no, he's in deep. He announced he was going to marry her without a prenup because he loved and trusted her that much. After that, everybody knew Travis was too far gone to see the truth. On the surface, it all looked sweet. Their relationship seemed picture perfect. They met when they were still teens, dated for years, and Leanna was right by his side through all his football wins. Travis showered her with gifts, affection, and luxury, and eventually put a ring on it. Rumors even started swirling that Leanna might be pregnant. But once you start peeling back the layers, the cracks were always there. Take their so-called love story, which they shared all over social media. Travis slid into her DMs first, but Leanna curved him hard for 2 whole months, and even when they finally met up, she only wanted to be friends. It took a couple more months before they actually started dating. So now fans are asking, what changed? Why the sudden switch up? How did she go from brushing him off to locking him down? One theory that's blowing up online might have the answer. People are saying Leanna only gave Travis a chance after her brother told her who he was. Allegedly, she wasn't feeling him at all, said he wasn't even her type. But when her brother mentioned how much money Travis was set to make in the future, she had a change of heart. Now fans are convinced it was never about love. It was about the lifestyle. For years now, fans have been pointing this out, dropping comments like, she's just waiting to cash out, and as soon as she gets what she wants, she's gone. And then came that video. Just a month after the wedding, Leanna posted a tearful clip of herself crying her eyes out on Instagram. Full-on breakdown mode. But here's the twist. She added a voiceover, talking about going through tough times and barely recognizing the girl she used to be. According to Leanna, the video was old, recorded way back in December. But fans weren't buying it. They said it felt too perfectly timed, like she was trying to lay the groundwork for a sympathy card. Get people to see her as a victim before pulling the plug on the marriage. People started saying it was all part of the setup, make the internet think she was sad and broken, so when the divorce comes, nobody accuses her of chasing the bag. But here's where it gets even messier. Folks aren't calling her a gold digger for no reason. Leanna's had more than a few moments that made people question if she ever really wanted to be with Travis, or just his wallet. And the more that comes out, the more it looks like fans might have been right all along. Things got even messier when fans started noticing a pattern in Leanna's behavior. And it wasn't just shady, it was downright calculated. After the wedding, while Travis was focused on training camp and building his career, Leanna was out here building a whole different kind of image on social media. Her content suddenly switched up. Way more glam, luxury outfits, high-end dinners, club appearances, and captions that felt like she was talking to someone else, not her husband. People started asking, who is she trying to impress? 'Cause it sure didn't seem like she was posting for Travis. Then, one follower pointed out that Leanna had quietly removed Hunter from her Instagram bio. No more Mrs. Hunter, no more couple pics on the grid. She didn't announce anything. She just started scrubbing him out. Fans caught it fast, and once it hit the blogs, the comment sections exploded. People were like, she already setting up her single girl rebrand, and she's planning her exit strategy while this man still thinks they're happily married. But here's where it gets even more savage. Around that same time, Leanna was spotted in a VIP section at a club, and not alone. People on social media claimed she was seen getting real cozy with a mystery man, someone tall, tatted up, and not from the Jaguars. Eyewitnesses said she looked comfortable, like they knew each other well. No official pics have surfaced yet, but enough people came forward with similar stories that it lit social media on fire. Now everyone's asking, how many guys was she dealing with behind the scenes? And even more wild, Travis was still posting her at the time, shouting her out in interviews, calling her his queen. The man had no idea what was going on behind his back. But the twist? A close friend of Travis, who remained anonymous, reportedly told a sports blog that Travis did get suspicious at one point. According to them, Travis had been hearing whispers for months, but every time he asked Leanna about it, she flipped it on him, accusing him of being insecure and trying to control her. This source claims Leanna used that exact playbook anytime she was caught doing something shady, gaslighting, guilt-tripping, and then doubling down with public affection to make herself look innocent. Some fans are now calling it emotional manipulation, saying Travis was trapped in a relationship he couldn't even see was toxic. And as all these receipts started piling up, people took things even deeper. A few Reddit users dug into her past, reaching out to old classmates and mutuals. That's when another jaw-dropping detail came out. Leanna allegedly had a reputation in high school and early college for dating athletes only, and not just casually. Multiple people came forward claiming she jumped from one promising star to the next, leveling up every time. They said she was known for always being around the money, always dressed up, always watching from the VIP sidelines. One user posted, "I saw her with a different player every semester. She knew what she was doing." At this point, fans aren't even shocked anymore. They're just waiting for Leanna to make the next move, whether that's dropping the divorce papers or popping out with her next target. Either way, this drama is far from over. Leanna herself has admitted it on camera. Travis was never her type. She flat out said it wasn't until he started splurging on gifts and throwing money around that she fell for him. And that right there, that explains everything, especially why she didn't blink twice before allegedly messing around with one of his Jaguars teammates. But what's really wild is how blatant she was about not even wanting to be around Travis. She once told a story about making Travis drive her to parties, only to leave him waiting outside in the car while she partied it up inside. Like seriously, who does that to someone they claim to love? And the signs didn't stop there. Time and time again, cameras caught Leanna looking cold, annoyed, or just flat out miserable whenever she was around him, even at major milestones. Fans still remember how she was the last one to stand up during Travis's Heisman ceremony, like she didn't even want to be there. Meanwhile, her Instagram was full of lovey-dovey captions, but fans saw straight through that. Her body language? It told a whole different story. Now people are wondering, was she acting distant because she already had someone else on the side? Was she really sitting next to Travis, smiling for cameras, while being involved with another dude behind the scenes? But hold on, it gets even worse. Remember all those warnings about Leanna being in it just for the money? Yeah, well, turns out she might have played this game to perfection. Word on the street is Travis didn't sign a prenup. So now, even after everything, the alleged cheating, the disrespect, the manipulation, Travis could be looking at losing half his money if he files for divorce. All those years of grinding, sacrificing, building his legacy, just to possibly hand it over to someone who might have never really loved him to begin with. It's a harsh pill to swallow, but it's the reality he's facing now. And get this, even his mentor, Deion Sanders, tried to warn him. In a resurfaced 2022 video, Deion straight up told Travis to protect his assets. He even mentioned how other athletes had made the same mistake and paid the price. But Travis? He didn't listen. Fans warned him too. His entire comment section was flooded with "get a prenup" messages after he announced his engagement. But Travis was too deep in love to hear it. Now that the fairy tale's falling apart, people are reminding him, "You were told." One comment summed it up perfectly. "Travis got football IQ but no street smarts. This one's on him." Another went even harder. "I don't feel bad." People begged him to open his eyes. And now, with rumors swirling about Leanna possibly being pregnant, things are looking real grim. Imagine having to live with the pain of knowing your wife cheated and might be carrying another man's baby. That kind of betrayal hits different. The pressure's on now. The internet's watching his every move. Will Travis finally wake up and make the call? Or is he gonna keep holding on to something that's already shattered? One thing's for sure, whatever happens next, it's gonna be huge. If you thought this drama was wild, just wait till you see what drops next. Make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss a single twist in the wild world of celebrity scandals. This is CelebBeatz, and we'll catch you in the next one.